All right, there you have it. It's another hike. Some will say maybe it's a dovish hike at this point, but it's 25 basis points. Consensus was about 25 to 50, and 50 being the worst case scenario. So we have it there, 25 basis points hike to 27.50%. The retained the asymmetric corridor to plus 500 negative 100 basis points. The retained the CRR at 50%. So at the end of the day, it's another hike. I guess the surprise would have been a hold, definitely. And I still have with me in the studio here Mr. Dolakwa. She was Managing Director, Interstate Securities Limited. Professor Joseph had to step out, and definitely will continue the show right here with Mr. Ashiru. So yeah, it's your prediction. You said 25 basis points, yes, and it's here. It's another one. So 25.50%, getting more expensive to get credits, at this point. So talk to me about this latest decision and what you're expecting for the markets.
Yeah, the market has always been expecting, if it was a hold, we would have been shocked. We're expecting 25 basis points or 50 basis points, but I was looking more at 25 basis points, and that's what they said. I think they're just being cautious. I think that they had to do something before the year comes. They won't want the last meeting to be, that we didn't do anything kind of meeting. Someone had to give, and they decided to be dovish, which was 25 basis points. So to wrap it up at 27.5% for the year, I think that's dovish. And the market is expecting this, and based on this also, it's obvious that even next year, for the whole of next year, we're going to see high inflation. We're going to see the fact that the NPR will also be in the 20s also next year. My own expectations is mainly for the GDP. I think that something has to give, because we can't continue a very, very lackluster kind of GDP. If we really want to move forward as a country, our GDP needs to move towards 6-7% at most, the size of our economy and our youthful population. And I think and one of the ways that we can do this policies, government needs to change a lot of policies. Yes, agriculture is really moving forward, but the major problem was insecurity. And I think to a large extent now, especially in the Northeast, things are getting calmer now overall. Although there's still some hiccups in the Northwest now. I think as the Northeast was cooling down, the Northwest started to show signs. But I think ultimately, that most of next year, the government will face more of easing things, terrorism activities in the North, so that agriculture can really start to blossom. And also look at our entire food value chain, and also policies that will also unleash potential in many sectors. For example, rail. We need to talk about rail. Rail, even, I'm happy that the Port Harcourt refinery is on track now, but I also want to see the rise of modular refineries. I think that would be a game changer for the oil and gas sector. The rise of modular refineries, I think that will really start to boost our oil GDP. Then policies and a conducive environment to also help our non-oil the non-oil component of our GDP. One thing that's very there to me is what I call the unease of doing business in Nigeria. Come has to look at it. You understand? For example, I'm bringing goods in from the north to Lagos. I've passed like maybe 100 checkpoints. What's that now? I'm trying to take things out of the country. I have to fill so many forms. They have to look at these policies that will make entrepreneurs have some form of relief, so they can start to blossom. I think that's what the government needs to look at it, because we have a lot of unease of doing business in Nigeria. Look at those policies because funds always go to where returns are highest, so that we can start putting funds into these places, and policies need to be very, very investor friendly, so that the economy can start to turn around.
Yeah, so they actually make this economy look more attractive, and definitely we will have to say much. When your economy looks attractive, you don't have to go out there to woo investors. I believe they will come and they will actually beg you, with their money at this time. But we see they also raise concern, the MPC, about exchange rate pressure. That is a huge headache for most companies right now. But with what you're seeing so far, do you think we might win this war, when it comes to strengthening the Naira, at some point in 2025?
One of the things that I liked about what this government said was that diaspora remittances are coming up, and they removed all the bottlenecks, all the bottlenecks. So there are more people are now remitting money directly down, unlike before. I think we have to look at the entire ecosystem and look for policies that will bring in a lot of. To me, I think that unlocking diaspora remittances is also a major way, and also non-oil exports. I think that's what we need to do. If we do that, I think things will start to turn around gradually, but it won't take, not something that can be achieved in 1 year. I think it will be achieved over maybe in a 2-3 year kind of horizon. I think if all the policies are in place at this point, I think things will start getting better. But next year is just recovery. I think things are going to get better, but they're going to get a bit bad before they get better. But
right,
ultimately get better.
definitely. But we need to always move or find a way to move in the right direction. Yes. You know, even though it's going to be a long-term battle. But it was great having you to help us unpack this last decision rate-setting meeting. That's for 2024. We'll be back again in 2025. Thank you so much, Mr. Dolapo Ashiru, Managing Director, Interstate Securities Limited. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, there you have it. That's the decision for this final rate-setting meeting for 2024. I guess we'll be looking forward to 2025 for the next meeting. That's in January, and maybe we might see the macroeconomic headwinds get better. We can see maybe some rate cuts at some point. But thank you so much for watching this one with us. I'm Ladi Williams from me and the team right here at Channels HQ. It's bye for now.